Good morning, it's Barbara. It is overcast, but supposed to stay dry today. Dennis mowed the lawn yesterday in the back, and he's going to do the front. But I'm in here today. I guess I'm in here. Good morning, it's Barbara. My face looks a little dark, and I put the light on. Yeah. Oh well. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I hope you're well. I hope you're improving if you've been ill. So, my new camera opens up on selfie mode, which I thought was weird, but it could be that it's just opening up the camera in the mode that I closed it, because I was doing selfie style last time I did a video, so maybe that's it. Maybe I will test that like a scientific experiment. Oh, can I change the view while it's going? Oh, I can. There you go. You can see my mantle. See, I have my lights on. I couldn't do that with my other phone. Aha. It just comes back at whatever view you had. Okay. There you go. Now I know. Learning something new every day about my new phone. But so far, I'm happy with it. I haven't thrown anything. Yeah. Yesterday was a calm, relaxing phone day. I didn't have any things that frustrated me. I was able to do my whole gamut of things I do on my phone during the day without a hitch. So that's good, I think. Dennis mowed the lawn, as I said. He mowed the backyard yesterday. He's going to mow the front yard today. And, when he's out there working and I'm in here, I start to feel guilty. So, I cleaned up the kitchen and, did a few things that could be done around the house. And then I took a look at my list, and I've been talking to you about my list. So I fixed my slippers. They look a little Frankenstein because I used that black cordy thread, but I don't think it certainly isn't going to matter when I'm wearing them. But there you go. I did take video of what I was doing. I put a little patch, and I'm going to have to do something about the inner patch. I thought maybe it would felt together a little bit, so I just tacked a piece on the inside over the hole that was there, and then I thought, well, that's not going to do for the bottom, so I did the bottom, and I did it in a mattress stitch. I put the bottom on, it wasn't just tacked on, it's sewn on, and then I threw them in the washer again, and thinking that maybe they would felt together, but they really haven't. It really didn't seem to do that. So I am going to, today, redo the inner fix on both of them. Because like I said, I just tacked it there and it's possible that it just me wearing it would, felt them together, but I'm going to take softer thread and just patch that in, because I think I'm gonna feel this stiff thread. But actually, they're not quite dry yet. I didn't put them in the dryer. I was afraid that they might get too, they might shrink more. Anyway, I'm looking at them and you're not looking at them. So there you go. My Franken slippers. Yeah. So I did something yesterday, something that was on my list that needs to be done. Not quite done. I do have leather soles that I can put on these. I need to think about that. I'm suddenly feeling like I don't want to do that. I had to use pliers to pull the needle through with this black thread on it. But the leather soles come with like a yarn to sew them on that matches the same color as the sole. Anyway, I'm thinking about it, but there you go. They're not quite dry. A tiny bit of damp on the inside. I'm tempted to just wear them today without fixing the inside or anything and see if they need more work. Make sure that inside thing needs to be redone, because if it doesn't, then who wants to, right? That's the way I am. But I was very happy with these slippers all winter, so I was sad when those holes kept getting bigger and bigger. I just kept wearing it, and I was picturing all my socks getting a little hole right there where the hole was, because there was no protection on them. So, well, I just put them on. We'll see. I'll wear them for a little while before I decide about the leather bottom. Anyway, I did something on my list, and I'm not sure if I can cross it off yet or not. Oh, I did something else. My lunum is up blocking. I measured it before I soaked it, just to see, you know, because it had felt like I had expected it to be, excuse me while I sit here and do my nail. I had expected it to be bigger than it was. And I took that little video of me wearing it. I should have taken a picture, I guess. I feel like I'm a little low here. And I can screenshot it a little bit with from that video. But so I soaked it, and I always spin my sweaters in my washer to get them very dry. And when I laid it out on the bed, it was significantly bigger than my measurements that I had taken. So I'm glad I thought it was a little small, because it wasn't a little small anymore. And I was a little worried, because I thought around the collar I didn't want it any smaller than that around the collar. I mean, I had pictured myself doing a little stretching of it, but making sure that I didn't stretch around the collar, because it felt a little bit like, you know, it felt like it was coming off my shoulders, and I'm wondering if I can do anything about that, if it still feels that way. Like the opening for the neck was a little large. I don't know if I can. But anyway, so it went from 20, measuring across, 26 inches at the bottom. I think it was like 26. I have the paper upstairs. And when I laid it out, and I was laying it out loosely, so it wasn't stretching on purpose, it came to like 32. Which means it added 12 inches to the bottom of that sweater. Wow. I could be wrong about that. I may be but it was in the 20s, and I would think it was 32 at the end, so at least 6 inches. maybe 8 or 12. And I was measuring, and I was measuring the sleeve. The sleeve was 12 inches before, and it was 14 or 15 inches after. So it really stretched when it got wet. Anyway, I'm a little interested to see how it fits when I try it on. It wasn't the most appropriate yarn, you know, it was a single Targhee silk. But it was squishy and it was warm. The day I showed it to you and tried it on, it wasn't that chilly here, and I had to take it off immediately after I stopped recording because it was too warm. So we shall see. Anyway, I was a little like, good thing I thought it was too small. I mean, it wasn't too small, but I had expected it to be oversized. I think it's oversized now. But I was not stretching it. In fact, I was trying to push it together. So well, silk doesn't bounce back, but Targhee should. We'll see. It'll be a surprise when I get up there and try it on later today after it's dry. I don't want to move it when it's wet, that's for sure. Although, it's probably not wet anymore. The spinning really gets the water out. Wonder if it stretches it. It could, I suppose, but I don't know. So those are two things I did yesterday that were on my list. So that felt good. Yeah, and the day got nicer and nicer, and so I spent some time on my deck after Dennis mowed the lawn. Looked really nice, and you know, the birds love it when he mows the lawn because they're all over. The little bugs are all revealed. So that's fun. I had my supper out there. I sat out there for quite a while. Dennis came in and took a nap, and I stayed out so I wouldn't disturb him. Not that I'm that loud of a reader. I also read another one of the books, McKinty books, Adrian McKinty, the Sean Duffy. It's the character. I'm enjoying those a lot. So there you go. That was my day yesterday. It was pretty neat. Oh, and we stopped at Aura's and brought in her recycle bin and her trash can, and her cousin Sarah Ann was there, so we got to see her. I haven't seen her in quite a while. And talked to her for a minute. The dogs were in the car, and it was pretty sunny by that time, so we didn't stay. Even though the windows were all open and everything. Somehow we ended up later in the day, so it was time to feed the dogs and everything. But anyway, it was nice to see Sarah Ann, and she lives in southern Chester County, which is the world's headquarters for mushroom growing, the world's mushroom capital down there. And so she always brings Dennis some mushrooms from a local grower. So he, you know, this time I said, you know, it's really a ripoff because you bring these mushrooms and you're here cooking mushrooms, and she loves mushrooms. And I said, so next time when Dennis makes soup out of these mushrooms, we'll freeze some for you. So she will have it and get to taste Dennis's delicious mushroom soup that he makes with the mushrooms she brings. So that was fun. So it was actually, we got a lot of things happened. You know, it was a busy day. It felt full. And I did a couple things on my list, which also felt nice. So there you go. All right. Well, that's it for me. So far, I'm seeing no reason to make any changes to these slippers. But I haven't walked around in them. See if those inner patches are annoying at all. But right now I'm feeling like, oh. So, but I might, because of the Frankenstein-y look of them, actually, I don't really care about that. And you can't see it when, you know, when you're looking at the top of this slipper. I'm still questioning whether I'm going to put the leather on or not. It'll be 2 years before I have to fix them again if I put the leather, right? Or more. I wonder what that will do to the ability to wash them. They're suede. That you walk on. I mean, I don't care what it looks like, right? Anyway, I'll think about it. Meanwhile, I will say goodbye. I don't have any other newses. Yeah, can't think of any. Yeah, so this lighting isn't that good. So that's interesting. Maybe I need a filter. Oh, I wonder if I could do a filter. I could look like Marilyn Monroe and glam me up. Anyway, please take good care of yourselves. Please stay safe and stay safe.